just to show you how ridiculously scam artist all capitalism is, I'm going to tell you a little story about something that happened to me just 5 minutes ago. I'm checking my emails, and I get a spam mail about how I can get free Starbucks for a week for completing a survey. That sounds reasonable enough, you know. They benefit from getting statistical evidence to use for business in the future, and in exchange, I get free coffee. It's not like they're putting cash in my pocket. It's just, free coffee. Probably not even, I wasn't even expecting them to give me literally any coffee I want for an entire week, even though that would still be relatively simple, because how much fucking coffee am I going to drink in a week? But, $100 gift card at Starbucks. Okay, so basically they're paying me $100 in Starbucks money to do a survey that will help Starbucks. That seems reasonable. But then I look at the terms of service, and we can change these terms of service at any time. No, you cannot. Well, why is it if I sign a contract, you can change the terms of service, but I can't? What are you, fucking Darth Vader? Where you can choke my ass and be like, I've changed the terms of agreement. Pray I do not change them further. Fuck you, Vader wannabe. You know? That makes no sense how they can completely have it one-sided where they can change the terms of agreement, but I cannot. That's part of the reason why I started Freedom from being banned. Another reason is because, I can understand they want my real information and shit for statistical purposes, but why do they need to make it to where I forgot how I was going to word this. Basically, I have to complete another bunch of surveys prior to this one. It's like you need to complete 5 other surveys before you can get the reward for this one, even though I'm doing this survey. So why the fuck do you act like it's because of this survey? What you mean to say is you want me to complete a series of surveys, and out of that clusterfuck, I might get this one, when all of them promise something. So it's just one after another, after another, after another, and you never get your item. Because by the time you complete 10 of them, they already have another 6 they want you to complete. So, since they know they can't fool everybody with this shit, they just get the rest of us to get a Facebook, and we put all our little likes on there and stuff, and they get the information that way. Or on YouTube, now you have to verify your account and shit, which they also use for statistical purposes. They're a bunch of fucking con men. They should all be in jail. And, this is part of the reason why I'm not able to get a job, because I don't fall for this bullshit. I don't fall for this bullshit that I have to give you my fucking social security number, my blood type, and all this other crap that doesn't belong to you. You don't need to know any of that shit. What you need to know is I won't steal from you, I'm not going to sleep on the job, and I will do relatively what you tell me to do. You give me respect, you give me money, and I do the job. Where's the difficulty in that? What else do you need to know? But that's the thing. We, the workers, are expected to compete. We're expected to get on our hands and knees and beg and work for the cheapest amount possible, just so we have a job, just so we have an income, and we're not out on the street. Fuck you. I'd rather be on the street. That way, if I'm on the street, I can throw rocks at your goddamn windows. Make you have to pay for windows. At least then, the guy who redoes your window has a job, since you refuse to give me one. You fucking criminal scumbags. This pisses me off because, capitalism relies upon your submission at every turn. There is no equal grounds. These anarcho-capitalists try to act like that, relatively we're all equal and we're just agreeing to trade one thing for another. We trade labor for money, which we use to buy, Starbucks, let's say, for example. But it doesn't work that way. What it really works into is this thin line between what is criminal and what is legitimate forms of coercion. They're using legitimate forms of coercion by lying, swindling, cheating, changing the rules as they go along, and getting lawful backing within. But it's still a gun. It might as well have a gun pointed to my head. Because at the end of the day, if I don't do it the way they want me to do it, there will be a gun pointed to my head, and it will be a nice shiny badge, and somehow that's supposed to be better than when Crips or Bloods are shooting outside my driveway. What's the fucking difference? So, I don't see why these people are any better than the gangs, shipping drugs across the border. If anything, the gangs are more honest. You know what? You don't lie to a gangbanger. If you were to do any of this crap to a bunch of criminal gangs, they would shoot your ass. And rightfully so, because there shouldn't be deceit and all this connivingness and scheming and conspiring. So really, the organized crime is more honest and has more honor than, legitimate businesses. Except, of course, for bunny ranches and shit, but that's another argument. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. You already know this, but I figured it was worth expressing, because I'm sure plenty of you will be like, I know that feel. So, this is one of the reasons why I'm unemployed. And, I'm supposed to feel bad about being unemployed. I'm supposed to feel like that I'm not doing anything with my life just because I'm not a fucking slave working for somebody else. My labor going to them, making them nice and rich, but meanwhile, I get paid the fucking bottom of the floor, and I'm not going to feel bad for that. Yeah, I need a job to survive, and I'm lucky enough to have parents that love me enough to let them live with them until I can find a job, but I'm not going to feel bad about not working. I'm not lazy, I'm not unmotivated, I'm not untalented, I'm just not stupid. I'm not stupid enough to believe that it is my fault that I live in a society that is based off monetary slavery. And I'm not stupid enough to believe that I ever stood a chance. It doesn't matter how hard you work, it doesn't matter, what sort of good skills you have. Whatever you have, they're just going to take advantage of anyway. So it doesn't even pay to be hardworking and to be smart and to have all these ideas and talents. Whatever invention you make, the rich are going to take from you, take the credit for it, and you get squat. Whatever however smart you are, however educated you are, they're just going to use for them. So you might as well not even bother. You want to talk about laziness and how communism would support laziness because everyone would be able to get everything they need automatically and there'd be no incentive to work. No, what you want is a sociopathic society where the only incentive is fear, ignorance, and threats. You figure if you threaten people to be homeless and to, be scrutinized and slanderized just simply because they're not out there busting their ass, that somehow they'll work even better. But that it doesn't work. We know that psychologically, we know that statistically, but you don't care because you're fucking serial killers. So to you, it doesn't matter what the evidence suggests, you want to be a hateful bastard. Screw you. Screw all the rich. Eat the rich. Fuck the rich. And I'm just sick of it. And as we speak, I'm not just sitting here doing nothing. Not only am I making videos and communicating with you to spread these ideas of revolutionary thought, but I am also always looking for things to do. Recently, I tried to get in touch with some computer designers, graphic designers, engineers, software people, and, because I really want to make a video game. I don't personally have that knowledge, and you can't expect me to because it takes a lot of work. You have to like doing that, and unfortunately, that's not how I operate. I can do a lot of things, but sitting there watching a few dots on a screen move around with doing some coding, no. I had to watch a 4-hour video just to move a line across the screen in JavaScript. There is no way I'm going to spend 4 years of my life to learn coding when, some people are just different. I am an artistic mind. I don't work like that. I don't function just sitting there looking at numbers. But it doesn't mean I'm stupid. It doesn't mean I'm lazy. I'm just different. And in communism, you would be appreciated for that difference, and you would be put where it is you are best at. Even if I couldn't do the job I liked to do, I'm sure the state would find something for me to do based off what I did. If we're going to use statistics, we should make all these statistics instead of to see how we can best fool the consumer into buying our shit and help people find work that is best for them. Help them find something that will fulfill them and will make the most out of them as a human being to increase the progress of our society and of the world. But that's idealistic. That's impossible. Even though all of it is right there before us. It could happen at any time. We just don't want to. So who's really lazy? That's all I have to say.